14 miles from downtown Atlanta, welcome to Truist Park. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Miami Marlins going up against the Atlanta Braves. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So almost ready to get underway. And towing the slab here, Spencer Strider.
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way, because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger for a fastball.
Xavier Edwards gets a chance to hit here. The wind of the pitch. Swings and pulls it foul to the right side. Kicks and fires. The shortstop takes the ball.
1-1.
Receiving velocity 97 with that fastball. The line to kick the pitch. Swings and misses, struck him out.
There's a small sign of relief right there. I mean, just to keep that speed off the base paths. It's not just the pitcher, it's other guys that have to think about it. From your infielders, think about that runner potentially stealing, but also be in position to make a play. As an outfielder, you're thinking about a base hit to the outfield. I got to get to it quickly to try to keep this guy from taking an extra base. So I think everyone just a little more relaxed that he didn't reach base.
For a strike, and the count is 0-2.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
1 out, base is empty. That one at 95 missed up top. Now 1-2. Wouldn't chase that time. 2-2 down. Hit in the air, right field. That gets down for a hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
I don't know how he was able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Now a chance for Jake Burger. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. Strider, an all-star a season ago. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a curve, a changeup, and he works in a 2-seamer. And the right-hander deals. That one inside, and it's ball to strike. Albies. Over to Arcia. That's 1. And that's 2. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. And now the Braves will get their first crack at it. No score. Back at Truist Park. Today's starting pitcher, Sandy Alcantara.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches, depending on how things are going and how things are working. If he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate and takes high there.
Sometimes pitchers work him backwards, starting with the breaking ball, but it's a tricky approach. He almost wants to bait you out there to throw that stuff to start the at-bat.
Next offer in there for a strike. And the count even at 1. And he swings through that one.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
1-2 now on Acuna. Back to right. Sanchez on the run. Pulls it in on the run. And there's 1 down. And let's take a look at the lineup. They're dealing with a sinker specialist on the mound, which can be a big-time challenge when he's right and working mostly from the knees down.
Well, I think the approach you take is really try to lay off of those pitches down in the zone until he gets some called strikes and then forces you to go after that pitch. Until then, make him elevated, because guys that throw those sinkers, those two-seamers, really hard for them to be effective up in the zone. Those are pitches you can hammer. But when you get a cookie, you don't want to miss it.
One down, base is empty. Check swing, he went too far, and it's a strike.
0-2.
Swung and a drive, deep right field. Sanchez going back in the air to make the catch.
What an outstanding effort, going all the way back to the loading track and leaving his feet to bring that one in. It's so tough to jump on the run like that and time it perfectly, so that was awesome.
Here's Austin Riley. Not close with that one, and it's 1-0. Here comes a pitch. 2 out, space is empty. Just off the outside edge. 2-1. That's down and in. 2 down, nobody on. And a big swing and a miss. Outside, and that is ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So all down the line, going into the gap, will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is if you are the offensive side.
Fair ball. Around second is Riley. And then the runners at the corners with 2 away.
Man, he's absolutely firm on that one. Ripped it down the line. Nice job of standing with mechanics.
Here's Marcelo Zuna. Just missed. Two outs. That's off the mark. 2-1.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Kicks and deals. And that one fouled off. And it's out.
3-2, 2-out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Jorge Soler in the on-deck circle. Payoff pitch. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. And he deals. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. That's the third. Norby tosses across the first. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. 2 left for Atlanta. Scoreless after 1. Back here in Atlanta, and down the right fielder, Jesus Sanchez. The pitch. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
On the ground, out to short. Zips it to first. One up, one down.
The first base baseman,
Jonah Bride now at the plate. One of the best in the game against right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, that's another story. That's in there. See, is this more common today? Guys really only succeeding against pitchers throwing from a specific side?
I think it's because you just don't get a very long trial period anymore. I mean, with the analytics and the numbers, teams are looking for instant success with the lineups that they construct. So if you don't figure it out quickly against certain types of pitchers, you're just not going to get those opportunities.
On the ground to first. And he handles it himself for the out.
the center field, number 28, Kyle.
2 outs, base is empty. Kyle Stowers, the next up for the Marlins. First pitch doesn't find the zone. In the air to left center. Harris after it. Brings it in for the 3rd out. Nothing doing for the offense that time. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. No score. Bottom half of inning number 2. And now here's the veteran DH, Jorge Soler. Right-hander back to work. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1. Line to second, snagged on the bounce. To first, 1 down. So here's Murphy now. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. And that one is inside ball 1.
Ooh, one of our favorites. Jerry Hillsdale umpiring behind home plate. This one pretty much by the book with the strike zone.
And because he's so by the book, you'll sometimes see pitchers questioning him. They'll make a good pitch on the edge of the zone, want the strike, and not get the call. But most of the time, Jerry gets it right. He's a good one. 1 down, base is empty. Slider misses outside. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Swinging.
That's that classic wipeout slider below the zone right there. Just nasty. Looks like a fastball on the line that you got to protect the zone. And then it's just that late break that fools you and kind of makes you look silly.
Here's Orlando Arcia. And it's fouled away. Two outs. On its way to the corner. And that is a foul ball. Just off the inside corner. It's a ball and 2 strikes. No score here in the 2nd. Swings and blocks one deep to left center. That's down. 1 hops off the wall. And he's in at second with a 2-out double.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going for time. He stayed balanced and squared it up as well as you could possibly ask. Runner in strong position now and a good opportunity to push across the first line of ball game.
Man at second here with 2 away. Michael Harris digs in now. That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1.
Well, they're looking to get on the board first here after that clutch 2-out double made this inning interesting.
Outside corner, there's a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Outside low, and it's 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Inning over. No runs, 1 hit, a double, no errors, and 1 man left. We head on down to the top of the 3rd. We're tied, 0-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the second baseman, Otto Lopez. Strider back to work. And a foul ball. Lopez getting 7th in today's lineup. They got him off of waivers earlier this season. Here's the 0-2. Chases the fastball. The liner struck him out.
Take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of looking away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Griffin Coma, the next up for the Marlins. Wouldn't chase that time.
1 ball, no strike.
Top of the 3rd, no score. Next pitch is outside. Inside corner, and that's called a strike. One down, base is empty. Hammered. Now maybe extra bases. Makes the turn and hits for second. And he's in with a stand-up double.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. He got a pitch he could drive, but he didn't get too excited like a lot of guys do and pull over the baseball. Really good timing all the way through the swing, and the barrel was so on plane with the ball. Easy drive into the gap for that double.
Marlins catcher, Nick Fortes. And that clips the inside corner.
Strider's a guy known for his velocity. He can bring it, but that wasn't always the case. Coming back from an injury in college, Strider was throwing 94 to 96 miles per hour when the Braves drafted him. Now he lights up the radar gun with triple-digit speeds.
Pitch misses there. 1 ball, 1 strike.
1-1.
And another ball.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
And there's a foul ball. Strider, one of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and that certainly is a benefit to him when he's in a spot like this. 1 out and a runner at second. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Swing and a ball lifted to center field. He's got it. 2-way there.
Yeah, if you're going to be in the game in high leverage situations, you've got to be able to get the swing and miss and put hitters away.
Back to the top of the Miami order. Xavier Edwards getting ready to hit. Struck out swinging his first time. And they're at the knees. That's strike one. O'Connor stands at second with 2 gone. Breaking ball, and they got him.
Well, it definitely didn't come out of his hand the way that he was intending it to, and the release point was a little bit off as well.
So digging in, Connor Norton. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Swings and misses. Strike 1.
No ball, 1 strike.
And downstairs. Two outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. And strike 2.
Well, there's certainly willing to commit to what you think you see, and he gets going right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
It's there. And there is another strikeout.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
And we're back. Bottom of the inning. Down at the plate, Ronald Acuna Jr.
2023 was a special season for Ronald Acuna Jr., the unanimous MVP in the National League. After putting together the first ever 40-70 season in baseball history, it's safe to say he's going to be a special player for a long time.
The line and pitch. And a foul ball. Skips under there. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
Well, as a pitcher, when you make a big pitch down around the knees and don't get the call, it'll lead at you out there. So some handle it a little bit better than others. And right here, clearly letting me up here a little bit.
And that one is lifted in the air. Sanchez makes the play. 1 away. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. Flying to right his first time. That one down the line, and it finds its way through for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
What if they're looking to be aggressive and got something he can handle? There's something about pulling one down the line and shooting it through the infield. It's just so satisfying as a hitter. It's just fun turning on a pitch like he did right there.
Now in for the Braves, Austin Riley walked his first time. Ball on, no strikes. Man at first, 1 away. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds it second with 1 gone.
Now one singles back to back. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he might have fun for the line drive now.
So first and second with 1 gone. Matt Olson up to the plate. And that's in there for strike 1.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Runners at first and second with 1 gone. And White gets through. And it will play. They're left fielder, Marcelo Zuna. First time up, he grounded to third. That one catches the zone. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. 2 on, 1 out. And ball 1. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. It doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Pitch. Double play ball to second. Lopez throws to first in time.
That was a productive at bat. You know you're doing something right. Anytime you can move 2 runners into scoring position and give your team a chance to drive in a few runs, even if it's still kind of early in the game.
Jorge Soler up at the plate. 0-for-1, he grounded out in his first at bat.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
There's a strike. Good heater at 98.
Now you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
Olsen at second with 2 gone. And 1-2. Two on, 2 outs. We'll chase that time. Example right there, that plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. And now, Sean Murphy. In for a strike, 1-1. Gets the bottom of the zone, and that's a strike. The Braves trying to break this one open here in the last half of the third. Next pitch misses way outside. Ball left side, he'll see another. This for the changeup. The count now 2-2. Up the middle. They take the force out, and that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. So it's 2 runs on 4 hits. No errors and a couple left on. On to inning number 4. It's the Braves 2 and the Marlins nothing. As we go to the top of the 4th, leading off, Jake Burger.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot. You know, these Marlins just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today. And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
That one misses, and that's ball 2. Digging in, Jesus Sanchez. He's 0 for 1. And ball 1 to the right fielder. And another ball. One down, base is empty.
That's the ball.
And he walked him on 4 pitches.
That just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
So, man aboard. Now, here is Jonah Bride. He's 0 for 1. That clips the corner.
There was a high-velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Righty delivers.
That's the
That
ball.
one missed. Ground ball Olsen. Fires to second for 1. Double play. What a great play down the end. So they make short work of him there. And midway in the 4th, it's the Braves 2 and the Marlins nothing. Truist ready to go, bottom 4. Now it's the shortstop, Orlando Garcia. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. That's in for a strike. Right-hander kicks, deals. And he's safe at first.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night. And just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Michael Harris, next up for the Braves. His first at-bat was a strikeout. And takes low for ball 1. Garcia aboard here at first with nobody out. Wouldn't chase that time. And that one popped to short. Has a beat on it. Puts it away for the out.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and pulled it up.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. And next for Atlanta, Ronald Acuna Jr. Acuna in 2023 with about as impressive a power-speed combination season as we have ever seen. On the ground, 2 ball. Slings to second, and that's 2. 1 hit in the inning, but nothing more than that. On to the top of the 5th we go. It's the Braves 2 and the Marlins nothing. Back here in Atlanta, top 5, John Shammy with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Kyle Stowers. And a pitch. That misses, and that is ball 1. The Braves always liked Acuna, but consider for a second, he was signed for $100,000 in 2014 out of Venezuela. So they liked him, but he wasn't some monster prospect. He ended up growing into one of the top young prospects in all of baseball. At the plate, Otto Lopez struck out swinging his first time. Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball 1.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
Righty to the plate. And the slider just misses. One down, base is empty. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. And the pitch. That's a strike across the top of the zone.
And just a cement mixer slider right there. It's a great pitch to hit if you can recognize it early and jump on it.
And another ball. 3-2. In the air out towards right center. Harris has a beat on it. And there's 2 down. So next, Griffin Cola doubled in his first AB. And a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. 1 low. In the air out to center. Harris has a beat on it. Makes the catch, inning over. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. Alcantara back to work. And he takes a strike.
You know, these Braves doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. The numbers tell us they're averaging more than a hit every inning, and they've only struck out twice, so they keep finding ways to put their bat on the ball.
Not even close there. And the count 1-2. The punch out there, and now 1 away. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Austin Riley. There's a strike. Here's a swing to drive left field, and he knew it. A massive home run, and they tack one on the board. It's 3-0.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even
So let's see what StatCast has to say.
Yeah, it really did, dude. 111 miles per hour off the bat, and really nice launch angle as well. Just a beautiful swing from start to finish.
So 1 out, nobody on. Now the Atlanta cleanup hitter, Matt Olson. Fastball for a strike. Olson coming off an amazing 2023 campaign. Prodigious power numbers, and he cut his strikeout rate. Good eye right there. Splits the plate, 1-2. Left-hand hitter waits. And another ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 2 out.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count, all in with 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Ozuna in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. Hit hard on the ground is short. Gets it easily, ends the inning. Braves get one on the big fly. It's now 3-0. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top 6, and at the plate for Miami, Nick Fortes. And here it comes. Swing and a miss. And that's strike 1. Fortes, 27 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2018. Next offering upstairs. Wouldn't chase that time.
Those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
2-2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. And it finds its way through for a hit. So now back to the top of the order.
He was all over that one. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Xavier Edwards, the next up for the Marlins. Fastball for a strike. And it's 0-1.
Well, this guy's definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you can find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important at getting back into this ballgame.
That's a strike.
Tonight, his slider has been really impressive. I mean, tight spin. Seems like the hitters are picking it up on the hand.
The fish trailing by 3 over the top half of the 6th. This one high in the air to left center. Ozuna should have it. Makes the grab. And now for the Marlins, Connor Norton, 1 for 2. And a swing and a miss.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up into this point.
Big swing and miss. That misses the zone, and the count is 1-2. Fortes, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. misses. 2-2.
Great job of laying off those pitches down in the zone to even the count up at 2-2. Such a better feeling for the hitter.
That one misses, and the count's full.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with a 3-hole hitter coming up if he's wrong.
3-2 now. Hit hard, base hit. Lead runner makes the turn at second. A throw to third, and the throw's offline, safe at third.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. You often hear the phrase, short to the long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive to center field.
One away, runners at second and third. Now here's the Marlins DH, Jake Burger. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. 2 on, 1 out. And a swing and a line drive at a right field. He dives, but he can't make the catch. In to score as the runner from third. It's 3-1.
Well done. Narrows the deficit with the RBI there. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pop the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
One away, runners at first and third. Jesus Sanchez, the next up for the Marlins. This one popped up. 2 down.
Yeah, that was a wasted RBI opportunity, but a competitor like him, he is looking forward to making up for it in his next at-bat.
And up next for Miami, Jonah Bride. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high-leverage situation.
Yeah, but I'm not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
Right through there for a strike. The pitch. Swings through that one.
It looked like that curveball backed up on him, and although it's a mistake, it works out really good for the pitcher. The hitter's timed it up, expects it to be to a certain spot, and it just doesn't get there.
Ground ball right side. He takes it on his own. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single, and this is now a 3-1 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, number 83.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
So here's the Braves designated hitter, Jorge Soler. And a pitch. In there at the knees. That's strike 1. Activity in the bullpen. Darren McAllen appears to be getting loose. Liner snagged at first.
Yikes, that ball was scorched in absolute missile. It almost becomes self-defense as the fielder. When one of those things comes screaming towards you, watch your lips.
Here's Sean Murphy. But it started a little too early. Strike 1.
No ball. 1 strike.
Outside low, and 1-1. Base is empty, 1 away, here in the bottom of the 6th. Next offering is foul back. The line of the pitch. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. One down, base is empty. Drive, and that's a base hit to the right.
Everything came together for him. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way. You know, hitters do so many reps in the cages, working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
In now, takes ball one off the plate. The shortstop takes a ball. Murphy, the base runner at first with one out. And that is in for a strike. And it's 2-1. Reliever, runner on the go. Up the middle, tags a runner for one. And no throw. He's into first easily. Here's the center fielder, Michael Harris. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Inside corner for a strike. Two outs.
Ball, that's down.
There's a strike. On the ground at first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Braves strand one, and the score stays 3-1. And we're back. And now the center fielder, Kyle Stowers. The right-hander back to work. Liner, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
In there, and it's on one. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. A.J. Minter getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. Matzik also getting ready. With the tying run at the plate, here the top half of inning number 7.
1-1.
In the dirt, blocked. No advance, good job behind the dish. And the righty deals. And another ball.
We'll lay off that pitch down.
Next offer is in for a strike.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Tying run at the plate.
Full count.
In the dirt. Nice job behind the plate there. And a payoff pitch. Ground ball to the right side. There's one. Applies the tag, and they get 2. Double play. And at the plate for Miami, Griffin Conine. First pitch misses. Acuna going back. Pulls it in on a rolling track. Bottom of the seventh, and now it's Ronald Acuna Jr. And a pitch. Ground ball left side. Fires across the diamond, and a quick out, number one.
Good late bite on that slider. Got the hitter out front, rolled over on it. Exactly what it was supposed to do.
Now the number 2 hitter is the Albies. 1 for 3. That one's in there, and that is strike 1. Out to short, Edwards. Fires over to first. And a couple of quick outs.
Now third baseman.
2 outs, base is empty. Now in for the Braves, Austin Riley. He's already homered in this game. And that's outside. And that's ball 1. And a good eye there.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
That's ball for a strike. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. In the air, right field. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Nothing doing here this half. 8th inning coming up. It's the Braves 3 and the Marlins 1. Here comes A.J. Minter to the mound.
Well, offensive relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Nick Fortes now at the plate. The pitch. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Hit the air, left field. Ozuna makes the catch, and there's 1 gone. Back to the top of the lineup. Now it's the Marlins leadoff hitter, Xavier Edwards. Feels like it's less common today that you see a guy like this. The speed component, the contact component, but lack of power. There's a strike.
I think baseball's starting to understand that those guys are valuable like they once were. They need them in this game today.
Here comes a pitch. Off the mark there. Going to count 1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. And out front with a strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had it.
Now the third baseman, Connor Norwood. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. That one ripped. Back there. It has the distance. Gone. You made him pay for that one. It's 3-2.
Sitting first pitch fastball, and that's what he delivered. He guessed right, squared it up, and he made it look way too easy. see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat, you watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Base is empty with 2 away. And now it's going to be Jake Berger. Sneaks through, base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Hits in a row for him here. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Stepping in, Jesus Sanchez. There's a strike.
Right now, they're looking for something hit hard into the gaps, give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
Holding on to a 1-run lead, and we're at the top of the 8th. Now fly ball to right center. Harris has a beat on it. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's now a 3-2 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back at Truist Park, here's Matt Olson.
The first base hit.
Trying to kick the pitch. And there's a strike. Right through there for a strike.
That slider breaking in can be a tricky pitch. If you don't finish it and have that bite at the end and it stays out over the plate, it can get hit a long way. But that was a good one right there.
That misses the zone. 2-2. And another ball. Fights it off. You'll see another. And the right-hander deals. Got him looking, and he didn't like the call.
Well, I think that was just a case of a hitter quitting on a pitch. He was looking fastball and didn't see it out of the hand and just left the bat on his shoulder. That was a changeup right over the plate. Probably not the location he was looking for, but the change of speeds is what fooled him, and he got the out.
Ozuna stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Next offering is in for a strike. Just missed.
2 balls, 1 strike.
1 down, base is empty. There's a strike.
2-2.
Got him looking. Yeah, there's 2 away.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
And now the DH, Jorge Soler. First offering, and it just misses.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Just missed. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Cortez drifts towards it. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. Braves are set down 1-2-3, but they're up 3-2. we see Raisel Iglesias out of the bullpen.
Same opportunity for him right here. And he's their guy. Time to put this one down and get out of here with the run.
And now for the Marlins, Jonah Brunner. 3 groundouts already. He's 0 for 3. Fall off foul. Looking to get the tying run on base. Good eye in that spot. Shots missed. Pitch. That one misses. And now 3 balls and a strike. Kyle Stowers up next. And he deals. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. How's it in for you?
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but it's so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
He's 2 outs away. And now here is Kyle Stowers. Oh, one there. Next pitch is downstairs.
2 out.
Fouled off. He was late. One down, base is empty. And that's ball. The inside edge. And that's ball 3. Lead here at the top of the 9th. And to a later. So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the effort from their starter.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far. I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
Marlins down to their final out. Now it's the second baseman, Otto Lopez. And pitch in for a strike. It's 0-1. Kicks and deals.
He's on the run with 2 pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add velocity, he can subtract.
One strike away. And that's the ball game.
A well-balanced ball game, 3-2 score. We saw some hitting at times. We saw some good pitching at other times. And I think very balanced, very pleasurable game, I think, for the fans as well as for us up here in the booth. Watching the execution by both teams was really impressive. They did it in all facets of the game.
3-2 the final score. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.
For the Marlins, 2 runs on 8 hits, no errors. They left 7 runners on base. Time for the ball, 2 outs and 47 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Hewitt Hall, 41,500. The Braves thank you for your continued support and remind you, please, drive safely.